All right. Good afternoon, New Bedford area, great New Bedford area. It's Mike Sylvia, New Bedford Guide. I'm here with the One South Coast Chamber folks, Devin and Ian. We're going to talk ChowderFest. People might not know, but ChowderFest is going to happen this year. It's going to be different. They're calling it it's a road show. So you're actually going to go to the restaurants. We have 10 signed up so far. We want to get 20, maybe even 30 or more. And it's going to be a 10-day long session. So you get to eat all you can eat chowder and other kind of things over a 10-day period in New Bedford. So I will let Devin talk more about ChowderFest, kind of give the who, what, where, when, and why.
Sweet. Thanks, Mike. So ChowderFest has been a staple community event that everybody loves for more than a decade. And we weren't going to let 2020 slip away without having some type of ChowderFest. So we are doing, like you said, ChowderFest 2020 Roadshow. It's going to go from October 22nd to October 31st. Right now we have about 10 restaurants signed up. It'll be restaurants from anywhere from up in Tiverton down to Wareham. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great to support the local restaurants and have a little fun while we do it. So the way it's going to work is you can purchase a ChowderFest booklet, and we will send it out via mail. And you can take that booklet to different locations, the restaurants, and get it stamped and get a 2-ounce sample of their specialty soup, chowder, seafood chowder, kale soup, whichever category they decide to be in. You can take your time in doing it. Like I said, it goes from October 22nd to the 31st. So we're hoping to get between 35 and 40 restaurants on board. Restaurants, come on, we're trying to get some business through the doors and have a little fun while we're doing it. So for information on how to participate, you can contact me at the chamber. And I know Ian's been going around. So Ian, if you want to add anything.
Sure. Thanks, Devin. And hi, Mike, and everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. So as Devin said, I've been out kind of pounding the pavement as part of my job with the chamber anyway, is business development. So being engaged with our small businesses and our members, hearing their concerns, representing them, and getting them the most value for their membership here at the chamber. But so far, the signups are coming in for ChowderFest. People are excited. People are happy to do it. It's a little different this year. As Devin mentioned, it is the road show. But we got to make the most of the situation. This is the new normal, at least for the time being. We have to adapt. And I got to tell you, the feedback I have been getting from a lot of these restaurants is they actually like this format as well, because they're going to be open anyway. So you might as well get an influx of clients and customers coming in, trying your soups, trying your chowders, and then voting. And then while you're there, obviously, we're telling all of our restaurants to put a coupon and promote services through us, so that when you go to the restaurant, you don't just try a little bit of chowder and then you head out the front door. We want you to stay there and have a meal and have a few cocktails and have dessert and take the family. So that's the whole key. The key is obviously a nice community event for the consumers of the greater South Coast region. But we obviously want to provide a little more economic stimulus for our small businesses and our restaurants and our members. So that's the goal behind all of this. I was out for example, in Swansea today signing somebody up. So the reality is that people are quick to jump at this. They're happy to do it. And, we're going to provide the spoons. We're going to provide the cups for you. Literally, the only thing you have to provide is the product, which Devin will tell you. You would have been doing it anyway at the pier. The only difference is you're doing this from the comfort of your own kitchen and your own facility. So this is going to be a great event, and people are quick to sign up for this. They want to do it, and we're looking forward to a very successful 2020 ChowderFest Roadshow edition.
Yeah, so if you're out there and you know like a really good restaurant that should be part of this, go and call them, send them a message, because you can read many reports across the country, even New Bedford area, South Coast. 1 out of 4 restaurants have either closed or close to closing. I've heard San Francisco like 50%. So this is a way to not only enjoy some great food, but also stimulate the local economy, especially the restaurants. We had to put something yesterday on New Bedford Guide that they're passing legislation in Massachusetts to cap the delivery fees, because people are getting stuff at home, but they're giving up like 20% of their money to a delivery fee. So you go there, you cut the nothing against delivery services, but you get to cut that money back to the restaurant if you actually go to the restaurant and help them out. I'm going to pull up real quick. I'll bring us all in. I'm going to pull up the website so people can see how easy it is to go buy your ticket, to get more. I put the link in the comments already, and I'll pull up some photos from last year. So I put the link to the One South Coast Chamber in there. So you can see the website. It's pretty easy. Top left says register now. You click on that, you can be able to register, and you see the whole family for $35. Okay. So if we get up to 30 or so you guys can explain it to me. If you get up to like 30 restaurants for $35, I get to go to all 30 restaurants.
They get to go to all the restaurants no matter what. So the difference between those is that the $15 is just one sample. And then we're like, well, people are going to be going with their families. So we made a family one where they can get up to 5 samples with that packet. That way everybody can have one.
And don't forget, this is over the course of a week. So you don't have to, you don't always have to, slam it all out in one day like you used to at the tent with us. So you can, say, for example, we have 5 or 6 in the greater New Bedford area, and you live in Somerset or you live in East Providence. Spend a day down here in New Bedford, visit the 4 or 5 of them, shop around downtown, shop around the Cushnet Avenue area, then go back home. Then maybe the next, few days, if you live in the Fall River area, then you tackle the Fall River area ones or the Wareham area ones in the Lower Cape area or Tiverton, that area. So we're going to produce, we're going to call it a passport. It's a book for all of our members or all of our customers who purchase tickets to look through, and it'll show you kind of a map of all of our members and all of our participants who are doing it, and how it could be recommended. Maybe you can go and see some of them. But unless you're really hungry, I'm not so sure I recommend doing 20 to 30 restaurants in one day. I know I could do it.
That's what you did at ChowderFest, the actual ChowderFest.
It's funny, and Devin will tell you, we joke about the 2-ounce cups and say, oh yeah, those are nothing. But when I was a judge last year, Devin was telling me, she goes, you're going to be stuffed. I said, no, I'm not. It's 2-ounce cups. And Devin, you hit the nail on the head. Those 2-ounce cups, they may seem small, but they're very filling.
Yeah, I know. I even told you, I said, after you're a judge, you still have to work, and you're going to be super full. But you still have to work.
And Ian's actually underselling it. He's saying he got 7 days. We got 10 days, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's actually a little over a week. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get 10 days to get this. Now it's not all you can eat. You go there and get a sample, but you're talking a whole family for $35. That's pretty amazing. So
and it's just something fun to do together. And like you said, Mike, 1 in 4 restaurants are going under and closing. And that's something that's so unique to the South Coast is our restaurant scene everywhere. So it's good to just support them at this point.
Well, what I tell the consumers and those prospective clients of ours who may want to buy tickets, what I tell them is, if you really want to support local, if you buy into the mantra, please buy some tickets from us, because you're supporting these great restaurants, you're supporting their cause. And while you're there, grab a few entrees, even if it's to go. Grab a cocktail, hang out with the family, support these guys. And what I tell the restaurants, and we're trying to recruit more restaurants, of course, the more the better, of course. I tell them, this is a way to help you. We're going to bring people into your door. And I can almost guarantee you, you're not going to drive from Wareham to Seekonk or to East Providence or Tiverton for a flight of chowder, then drive back home. You're obviously either going to make a day of it, or you're going to make a night out of it and have a meal while you're there. So think of it in those terms. When you're in the tent, you're going from station to station, so you try your sample and you go on your way. It's a whole different dichotomy this year. So it should be very successful, and a lot of people are very excited.
Yeah, Devin, can you tell us some of the names of the restaurants so far?
Yeah, so pretty much right now we have Tia Maria's, we have Doko, like you just brought in today, Ian. We had what's the other one?
Pub 65 on Ashley Boulevard. Cafe Italia. A brand new one that we brought in this year.
Oh, No Joke Smoke Barbecue in Swansea. So that's
going to be cool, and this is the coolness. It's not just clam chowder. You think of chowder and you think of clam or seafood, for example. What they were telling me today, I'm probably divulging a secret, but I'll put it out there. They're going to do like this amazing beef brisket clam chowder. It's really cool, though. It's something different. Cool. And what I'm proud is that there's a lot of new restaurants doing it this year. They're a new restaurant, so No Joke Smoke is new, but also on Acushnet Avenue, and they're just going to get into soups right now. Actually, this fall will be chocolate con pimenta. They're going to be entering in the kale soup category.
Oh, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, me too. So Jay Costa and his family, they do great work. So we're going to have the returning folks. I'm sure we'll get Cove Surf and Turf again, and maybe, hopefully Mike's and Riccardi's and all those guys and gals. But we want new restaurants too.
Ooh, did we lose him?
Ian, I think you go. Ian hit his little button there.
He's so passionate about ChowderFest.
No, I got an incoming.
He's excited. He's excited. It's all right.
Listen, hey, I'm on New Bedford Guide Live, man. I can't be taking those phone calls. I had to get out of it. But but anyway, so all you new restaurants, I'm calling you out. You better do this. All right?
I know. You want to know why? I have all the people. These are my files from all the restaurants. And I was just telling Rick. I was like, I'm going to find them. So we're coming for you.
So tell me what the restaurants, tell me exactly what their commitment is.
For 10 days, you just have to supply the whatever category you want to be in. So like kale soup, any specialty soup that you want, chowder. And you just have to be willing to serve the 2-ounce sample cups with no purchase necessary, but obviously people will stay in congregation.
But for only a cost of $100 for your restaurant, you can put a coupon in our passport booklet that can be redeemed at the restaurant. So say you could put in if you're a Pub 65.
Yeah, we have actually. Let me say, I think we have one.
You can read one right now for an example. You pay $100.
Pub 65. I think you got a free dessert. So you get like an apple cobbler dessert when you go in there with the coupon for the table. So that's one. I think some of them. 15% off your dinner if you go to Cafe Italia. So there's just a couple, to name a few, that people are already doing it.
And I got to tell you, so Cafe Italia, and it's someone I would say you got to go support. They moved in at the bad time, right? They went from being they were like ready to explode. They had so many customers in their small space in the South End. Yeah. Then they moved to where Portobello's was.
Yeah.
At the old Santa Times building, and they have this huge space, and then COVID hits.
Yeah.
I could tell you the expenses of having that place has to be huge. So go support them today, let alone at the ChowderFest, because it's someone. And I say it's for all I'm not trying to say that the only one struggling, because I would say everyone is having. Unless you're like no problemo, you're probably like struggling, because people like come from everywhere, and there's always a line over there. But support these restaurants because they really there's not a lot of margin in the restaurant, and they need volume. And to get volume, like I said, they have to go through these delivery folks. And they take pretty much the profit right now. So I would say you really got to go and support these folks. And then I'll say, it's a joke if you grew up in New Bedford, like Fairhaven and Dartmouth is like the furthest you go. Anywhere outside, that's like a vacation. It's your chance to go explore the South Coast. So not only go there and get the chowder or whatever, and then try their food, stay in that community and check out what's going on. You might find something different. Like, did you know, Ian, there's a fork in the road in Westport?
No way. I have no idea. No,
all right, that's your treasure hunt. So there's actually a fork on the side of the road. It's a giant fork.
Literally a fork.
Literally a fork. So there's like these cool little things you're going to go as you go exploring. If you end up getting a place in Westport, go down to Gooseberry and check out the island. You haven't been there a while. It's normally a long drive, but while you're getting your food, head down to somewhere like Gooseberry, because every small business is hurting right now. So we're focused on the restaurants, but check out the local community and support it. Hopefully, if you're working and have money in your pocket right now, you can do that. But the expense is really negligible. It's small. I'll go over that real quick. So the information we're talking about is the 2020 ChowderFest Roadshow. So it's not the New Bedford ChowderFest this year. It's really the Roadshow on the South Coast from October 22nd to Saturday the 31st. It's $15 for individuals, $35 for family. I have the link in the comments. You can go there and register now, buy your tickets. We're hoping to get a lot of restaurants. If you're a restaurant out there and you're listening to this, and I say it's incumbent on the viewers, we hope we get a few thousand on this after this is all said and done this week. If you have a favorite restaurant, it doesn't matter, because you guys do have like dessert area category and those kind of things. If you know a place that's a restaurant specially making things, just have them contact Devin. She'll let you know if it's a perfect fit or not. But I'm guessing if you're serving some kind of food, you can probably get fit in on this.
And then Devin will send me after you. You know, it's like
Ian.
It's like Liam Neeson and Taken. I will find you and I will sign you up.
If you prefer Devin and you don't really like Ian as much, you can have her probably come out. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if I was a restaurant owner, I'd prefer dealing with Devin myself personally. But, dealing with a guy like me, but hey, but I'm a tough salesman, but
you're the best that I've met.
Oh boy, thanks.
Go out there and get some restaurant.
Thank you.
But yeah, why don't we segue we'll kind of close on this. Tell people, so people might not know, it's now called the One South Coast Chamber. It used to be a Greater Fall River, Greater New Bedford. You guys have merged. If there's a restaurant out there or a business that wants to join, and just tell people what it's like and what's the benefits.
Well, obviously, we are with the merger. We are the second largest chamber of commerce in the state now, based on territory, based on members. We have 1,500 members. We cover over 22 communities, spanning from Wareham to East Providence, Rhode Island, and Devin was talking about we go out to Tiverton and Warren, Rhode Island. So our coverage area is very robust, and even amidst COVID. We were giving, and we have been giving our members tremendous value, whether it's Zoom, virtual workshops, connectivity, still delivering great referral services, e-communications, business-to-business services, referrals, business-to-consumer services like the ChowderFest and many others. We're going to be picking up in-person networking events hopefully soon. Devin handles that for us. She's our event director. But we're trying to figure out these murky waters in the new normal, but I'm proud to say that our members are still very happy and pleased with the level of service we provide them, because we work very hard, and we're a good team at the chamber. We're a small team, but we work very hard, and we're very engaged and in tune to what our constituents are telling us and what their concerns are, and we try our best to really give them a return on that investment. I can hear my daughter's walking into the house right now as I'm trying to walk into another room.
Yeah.
So
I think
what people to what Ian said, it's just we're really working hard to be a resource for the small business community, actually the whole business community, but really focusing on the small at this time. And the integration between the two companies, it's just we're like a double resource now for a larger area. So. Yeah,
if people don't understand, I liken the chamber to kind of like a small business lobbying firm, as far as like lobbying for the small business is the backbone of our country. They employ, I think it's like I've seen is 80 to 90% of the people in America. So your local chamber lobbies with politicians and stuff that actually helps strengthen, your small law business community. So it's someone that we're a member of. We tell people be a member of if you're a small business, because it's very affordable, and you got to support chamber to get that lobbying effort up in Beacon Hill. Or else businesses really get, I think, short-staffed in many ways.
And we're a stronger voice now at Beacon Hill because we have such a large population of members.
It's a whole South Coast now.
Yeah, a bigger region that they actually listen to us now.
Yeah, you look at like Jake Auchincloss, he just won the congressional seat over Kennedy, and he won because of Fall River and New Hampshire. Mm-hmm. So the South Coast is showing that it does have a voice, and chamber is that business voice. So, all right. So you guys, I put the link in the comments. It's in the description. You can tell Ian's kids ready for that chowder, right?
Oh my Lord! I mean, this is the guys. This is the beauty of live. Live. My daughter's home from school. My wife picked her up. My daughter's ready to rock and roll, and Mike knows what I'm talking about. Mike, Mike dealt with this at one point, but
my cat usually comes across my keyboard and tries to close out the live stream.
Nice. Yeah. But I'll just close with saying thanks for the opportunity, Mike. We look forward to doing more of this with you as we get closer to ChowderFest, and maybe we could even do some live videos at some of the restaurants and promote what we're doing, and it's a win-win for everybody. But really, who wins is the community, because they get to go out and have some fun, and the restaurants. It's really about them and the greater New Bedford, greater South Coast populace. Yeah,
we'll be live between now and then. Stay tuned. We'll post some photos and video, and continue to remind people, if you haven't bought your tickets yet, that it's not too late. So we'll keep up the effort, and we're going to see a lot of stuff with us in the New Bedford Guide and the One South Coast Chamber. We're going to do some social media training, those kind of things. And of course, partnership to just really get the word out on a lot of important efforts in the business community. So we should be doing a show as well that eventually go weekly. All right. So thanks, guys. And get ready for some chowder, folks. And if you guys, the most important thing, go to your local restaurant, tell them if they're not part of this roadshow that they should be, and tell them to contact Ian or Devin. All right.
Thank
thanks,
you,
man.
Mike.
Thank
Have
you
a great
so much.
weekend.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
you too. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.